All right.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ricardo Cabrera, and I am here representing the Latino Chamber of Commerce of Boulder County. And today we are talking with Belinda Hearn. And Belinda works for Boulder County, and she runs a program called PERL. So, Belinda, tell me a little bit about yourself first.
My name, of course, like you said, is Belinda Hearn, and I currently work for Boulder County as the boards and not boards and commissions. I'm sorry, the PERL coordinator, people engaged in raising leaders. I've been in my position a little less than I want to say 9 months. But prior to that, I did work for Boulder County, but in the capacity of the workforce, where I was a business services representative. I've been here about almost 4 years. I don't reside in Boulder. I do live in Loveland, but I am excited to be here talking with you this morning.
And you said you're from Atlanta, right?
I am from Atlanta. I am a Southern girl, Southern Belle, however you want to look at it. Yes.
Excellent. So tell me again, PERL is people engaged in what?
In raising leaders.
In raising leaders. So the whole program
Yes.
has to do with leadership then, is that right?
Leadership and boards and commissions have been historically what the focus has been on. Recently, we did start a leadership one-on-one class that we just completed, which I'm excited about, where we covered things like communication, listening, emotional consequences of not listening, delegation, self-care, because we know as leaders, we definitely have to take care of ourselves, and definitely the difference between inclusion and diversity. And while it's so important in leadership roles, we talked about consequences because there are good consequences and bad consequences of leadership. So it was just to delve in and give people an idea, of what leadership looks like, because so many people want to get on boards and commissions, but you have to have some leadership capacity in how you deal with boards and commissions, because you are making those really tough decisions for communities, organizations, or people, and you just want to be in a good space to do that.
Wow, cool, man. So I just had about 12 questions from that bit right there, which is really all good stuff that you're talking about. So let's back up for a second. So the PEARL program is part of the CAP division of Boulder County.
Yes.
And CAP is, what does CAP stand for?
Community Action Partners.
Okay, so this program, so there's PEARL and there's PI and there's cultural brokers, all under the CAP umbrella.
Yes,
And they're all intended to reach out to the community and raise them up. So that means that you guys are focusing on, say, low-income people or diverse or all of the above.
We seek to give privy to our low income, our disenfranchised communities, whether that be Black, brown, financially disadvantaged, and we look to bring them in and give them ways to lift them up, to raise them up. Because a lot of people just need the opportunity or the chance to get some of the tools that they need so they can be successful and navigate their communities. And a lot of times these disenfranchised or disadvantaged communities don't have access to trainings where you have to go pay $1,000, $600, $500. So Boulder County has this program that's been around for quite some time. And in these different auspices, we offer, like in PI, they give them an opportunity to work toward business ownership or buying a house. Cultural brokers, that's just an amazing program. All of them are, but he's hustling and shaking in that program and just showing folks how to build stuff. And then you have Leadership 101 with PEARL and boards and commissions, where I go in and I help with people in the community to get folks trained that want to be on boards and commissions. And we do things partnerships. This year we'll be partnering with SBP, who's going to offer us up like a speed dating type boards and commissions. So people who are interested, say for instance, they want to be on the Latino Chamber. Maybe I reach out to someone at the Latino Chamber and say, hey, I have a person who's interested. Could you do like a speed interview with them? So I'm excited. We're doing a lot of great things in CAP division.
Oh, that's awesome. So it sounds like you guys start taking the person and empowering them and giving them tools to, educational tools and experience tools to elevate them, to become sufficient
Absolutely.
and confident, so they can go out and be a leader for the community and
Right.
their families, their businesses, whatever they're doing. So go
Yes.
ahead.
Yeah, because so many times people don't realize they're already leadership. They're already leaders. They're
Mhm.
leading in their lives. They're project managing their lives, which essentially is a leader. We all understand and we know we've seen those clips in the past where the office admin really puts everything together for the CEO, and then the CEO looks and says, "Oh, okay, I want this, 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 and this done." You're already leading, and we want folks to have the courage and the strength to understand you don't have to look a certain way, sound a certain way, or have enough money to do certain things. And also, I live by the motto, I can't tell you what you need in your refrigerator. I can't tell people in the community what they need. So we have to empower the people in the community to tell others what they need. I think it's nothing weirder to me in my mind than people coming in, sitting on the board. No one looks or sounds like the people in which they're serving. They don't understand the impact that they have when they make these decisions. And I want to empower, we look to empower people so that they can do those things for themselves, so they can advocate for themselves, so they can go into school, they can fill out an application, they can ask for truly what they need.
So, okay, so you mentioned boards and commissions and leadership 101 a couple of times. Give me an example. I mean, I'm sure you guys have projects or trainings and educations. Give you an example of what it would look like if I go to you and say, I want to become a board member somewhere. What do you teach me? How do you go about making me the right person for that?
I am going to talk to you about board member roles and responsibilities. I'm going to talk to you about Robert's rules. I'm going to talk to you about financials. I'm going to talk to you about application and interviewing process. And why I say I'm going to do it, I'm not going to do it. We actually have the people that are in these roles on these boards to come in to sit down during this segment and talk to those that are interested in doing it, because I wouldn't be the subject matter expert. I might be the subject matter expert on how to put it all together on paper and say, let's roll. But we have the kindness of different people in the community who sit on these boards, who have volunteered their time over the year, even new people that I'm trying to recruit in now, to sit and tell and talk to these folks about what it looks like to be on the board. One great thing I will tell you this. I went to a meeting one time and they had an application and they talked about their application process, and they were looking to diversify and be inclusive. And one of my first questions that I always ask when we talk about diversity and inclusion, do you want diversity? Do you want all these check boxes? Or do you want inclusion where you're going to have your check box, but you're also going to let the person be involved in the decision making? Because it's one thing for me to invite you to the party, and it's another thing for me not to let you have a snack or to eat while you're there. So we're very, that's one of my things that I'm really working to make sure that people who invite our participants or our graduates to be on boards, commissions, or go through the process, that they're mindful that they're going to participate in the actual functioning of that board, of that commission, and not just be there to check off a box.
Well, geez, Belinda, sign me up. Tell me, how can I sign up? No, really, how can I sign up? Tell me about, your contact, your place. How do I find you, and where can I learn more about this? And
well, you can go to Boulder County and look up under our CAP division. We are going to start our first class of board and commissions probably the second week in July. You can email me, you can reach out to me via phone. My number is 303-441-3956. But when we get ready to start, like a week or two, right now we're in the process of getting everything posted and linked up. You'll be able to log on to Boulder County and see where you can apply. There are no fees. It'll be basic information. None of that information is sold or barter or any of that. I'll call now, since we have COVID, we'll do a phone, a vocal chat. We'll talk about what you're looking to get out of boards and commission, and is it right for you? Because just because it's available doesn't mean it's the right route for you to go and participate with. And we kind of just go from there. So reach out to me. If you have any questions, even now before we put up the advertisement, feel free to reach out and ask me anything. And if I don't know the answer, I will find somebody who does.
wow, well, Belinda, this has been awesome. I'm going to throw a surprise question at you. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. So here it is. What's your guilty pleasure?
Oh, my guilty pleasure is shopping. Anybody who looks at this and knows me, even here, I haven't been here that long, but everybody I've worked with and know me, they know that is my guilty pleasure. I'm sorry, and coffee and shopping together. And now that it's COVID, I can sit at my desk, drink my liquid sunshine, and shop and drink my liquid sunshine. So that's my guilty pleasure.
That's awesome. Thanks, Belinda. And just for everybody, in case you don't know, down here where it says a description of this talk, you will find her phone number, her email address, a website where you can find and learn all about PERL. And with that, we'll say thank you, Belinda. You've been awesome. It's been a pleasure. Until next time.
Thank you so much for having me.